What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Back in Development Weekly Stream, episode 169. And Dwight has an update.
Do you have that wrote down over there? Or you just read that off the screen?
I just do it every time.
Just flows out.
Yeah, we've been
just kind of
for this long. Yeah,
you just kind of pour it out.
Yeah. What's the update on the cat? The cat microwave from last week.
That cat microwave is backed, man. It's in demand. $812,000, man. Like, it's happening.
Did you say it's funded in November?
Yeah, it's shipping. Like, it's not even a question. It's a thing.
Oh yeah. Well, hi guys. How you all doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. We got Collision Bomb us first. Yeah. What's up, Collision Bomb? And we got Dwight. What's up, bro? Well, as usual, when people drop in, we'll say, hey, what's up?
I was second, but I identify as first.
Heck yeah. Well, back on Denethite Tentacles.
You can't say I don't.
No. Back on the Denethite Tentacles like we were working on last week. But I had said last week that I've been working on trying to get this update ready. I know it's as easy as me just texting, hey guys, we're doing good, and keep moving. But this next update is a big one.
So and what's the texture on that?
This is what I'm working on as far as that update is getting everything that's done so far, color-wise, letters, bubbles, all that's going to be done on this page, and I'll be sending that out. But you won't be able to zoom in and read.
Let me screenshot this so I can read it.
No, you can't.
Sure can. So, can too.
You can read inside the cover and some of the more, but you can't really read that much.
Yes, I can. Don't you touch my drum set.
Anyway, guys, so that's why it's been taking me a while to kind of get this new update going, because I really want it to be that image, letting you guys know that's how far the book is getting so far, and we're running strong. It's great. The story, been doing some rewrites over the past couple of weeks in some good ways, and it's better. It's much better. It's fuller. There's more stuff. The characters are deeper. What's up, Jeremy Burns? But yeah, a lot of work's been going in on it, so yeah, it's working. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Boats and hoes, man. So yeah, like I said, we're just back on the Denethite Tentacles. What's up, Puma Fist? How you doing,
so
dude?
Is that kind of a what's the texture of that? I mean, is it kind of dry? Is it a little moist? Is it what do we got going
on? It's more like a scorpion type exoskeleton that's constantly shifting.
It probably has a little bit of something to it where you get touched by it, you kind of want to wipe it off.
Yeah, there's some fleshy parts to it too, as well as our little butthole or chocolate starfish happening right here in the center or whatever. But yeah, like it's like I said, it's more like a exoskeleton kind of chitin material, but
it's a back belly button.
It's back belly button.
It's a back belly button is what it is.
So again, Jeremy and Puma Fits that you guys just dropped in. The first thing I kind of talked about was I'm getting this update set up. This is what I've been working on for the past couple of weeks, getting it set up. I've got colored work done throughout most of the book. Characters are everything that's rendered fully here has been colorized, so I've got a lot of background work to go, but the idea was to get this all prepped up, ready to go. I've been trying to go as fast as I can, but I did a bunch of rewrites. The book is thicker, or it's thicker in story, thicker in characters, but that's what's taking me so long, kind of getting that update. And I know all I have to do is just say, hey guys, it's working good, but I really want this one to be up there. That was my sell. I'm going back to drawing.
How about are we doing like 200-pound paper with it, man? Make it even thicker?
Maybe.
No, shows up. And it's definitely like, not. Man, that is thick.
That's thick.
Some like it that way.
Heavies.
Some like it.
Oh yeah.
I know Kentucky Fried Chicken likes them thick. The Colonel does
man.
Too.
Colonel, man. Oh yeah, but yeah, how's everything been on your end this week?
It's about time for a new Colonel, isn't it? We had Norm Macdonald. He's dead. The Colonel's dead. Who else did the Colonel? There was another one, wasn't it? Darn it, there was another one. Heck, there's been a couple of them. I thought Norm Macdonald did a pretty good one, though.
Yeah, I thought he was great. You were talking about David Tell a second ago.
Yeah,
before we
sure.
went live. Heck yeah.
Norm was funny, though.
Yes, he was. I love his
$5 box.
I love his joke about I hate euphemism. I hate stuff like just go ahead and tell us what it is. It's like, Mom, like why say hand job or something like just go ahead and start telling your mom what it is. Why'd your face really change? It's like what?
Yeah, stop beating around the bush, man. Just let us know.
We're adults here, aren't we?
No, I just you ever go out and party and black out, or like I like to say, time travel? Yeah, I've time traveled a couple times. I never rubbed my boots on their couch.
Yeah, rub my boots on Charlie Murphy's couch.
All right, so the cat microwave is shipping in June. If no one was aware of that, you should still hop on. It is in demand. And I think they're almost out, so you better get yours now. I am not seeing a specific number called. Oh, only 12 left. Boy.
You want that cat microwave, go get it.
You better act now. There is a limited edition. I bet one. Oh, man. Spend some extra money and get a wrap to put around it.
Oh, yeah. A little like dip.
Have it look like Alf opening his mouth. You put your cat in there.
Yes.
That would be legit.
Heck yeah. But no, what else is crazy on it? So I don't even know how to look for crazy like stuff on there.
Oh, just go to top 10 finds. There's nothing on here I would put my money on. You just click it. It ain't even hard.
I remember takemymoney.com. I don't even know if that's still a site anymore.
There's I don't know, there's something that looks like you're putting infrared suction
I got
cups.
man bear pigs fighting behind me.
Well, handle it.
They'll tire out. Sorry about that, guys. They're musical.
They're just bored because you don't spend any time with them.
Working all the time.
Yeah. You should walk them. Or like they should walk you.
Oh, yeah. That's really how it works.
You should take Bid out and just ride him.
He's white enough, man.
Dude.
He's a little war dog.
Dude, I mean, is it Mastiff or St. Bernard that he's got, dude? Because he's
Malamute.
He's massive.
Yeah. Not his mom's full-blood Malamute.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He's built for pulling a sled.
Whatever. He's built for pulling the entire Santa Claus family.
He is too.
He's a gentle giant though.
Oh,
once he kind of chilled out, he was good to go.
Oh yeah. Talon just has no chill. That Talon's a no chill.
He's a bull. He's a cocaine dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
by the way, guys, go watch Cocaine Bear when you can. It's funny.
He might as well be that version. I'm serious. Well, creative works. Let's dive down into art real quick and see what we got going on right here.
Lurk 4chan, what?
Nothing that's really. I guess maybe Lurk 4chan maybe be what you were talking about to look at some craziness on the.
Oh, okay,
internet.
yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
So be careful clicking that link. I've been duped before. What was it? Noah likes to put those, Russian singles on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey, click the link, check my book, and you click on it. It's like,
Yeah,
No,
thanks,
I'm
Noah.
good. Yeah. Don't say it again. He'll show up.
We got one more.
Yeah.
Oh, who built that ark? No.
I don't even think you can insinuate. I don't even think you can Norm McDonald that. I think he'll still show up anyway.
Oh.
Nothing's really tugging at me on the art side of things for campaigns. Dance and theater. Who would be going into Indiegogo dance and theater? Don't you just go and host it somewhere and ask for, like, isn't that what theater tickets are for?
I don't know. Maybe they're Indiegogoing a specific choreographer event, or I don't know what it is. You buy the tickets, we'll make the event happen.
But you know, like, well, that's what the tickets are for.
Can you Indiegogo a funeral?
We're about to find out. So for film, I bet there's some really interesting. Boy, that's what we need to make. Beckoned the movie.
Oh yeah.
Indiegogo it. Super low budget. Tarantino it. Man.
Yeah, we can do Planet of the Apes makeup. Yeah.
Just write Tarantino and ask if he'd be interested.
All right, yeah, but I don't like the whole monkey fantasy thing. Let's go ahead and put it in like, you know what I did with Reservoir Dogs? You know, I like that.
Well, you know, instead of monkeys, can it be dogs?
Right.
What do you mean? What? It changes it. Well, you know, giraffes. It's okay.
People like dogs. People like giraffes. It's all good.
They can
Especially
relate.
the little miniature giraffes.
They can relate. Monkeys is bad press right now. Monkeys is bad press. You don't want that.
So are raccoon dogs.
Podcast. You know, we could be Indiegogo funding our YouTube channel.
Oh, why not? Yeah.
I mean, you know, because it costs us so much money to do a podcast.
Oh, it does.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Tabletop games. What do we got in?
Yeah. That's a big part of
what do we got
Kickstarter and Indiegogo. And Puma Fist was I think Puma Fist was talking to me one time about tabletops and stuff.
Well, you've done some testing just with what we have to even put it together. So it's not far-fetched. It's really not.
All the mechanics right there.
So I mean, it exists. And then you've got Fisk to help us with the tabletop figures, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He could knock that out straight up.
Dude, like, yeah, I think I sent you home with the little Taj, didn't I?
If anything, you could even get into some of just the tabletop figures just ahead of time. You could even snake that, not to give out certain, you know, secrets of what we might do, but I mean, just brainstorming some ideas. That could even be something to do, just some little tabletop figures.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I know,
you know, I mean,
Shadowpunk is a really good sculptor in our group. So
I mean, because Poland did the little Lego dude, so I'm stoked to get that. And then, but that would still be neat. You know, hey, you could collect a set of such and such for, you know, tabletop stuff, just to have a different character. Whether it's a Beckon tabletop or not, you could still have a character in it. You know. We did talk about the dice at some point.
Yeah. I believe like Frog G for his campaign, I think he was putting out custom made frog dice that he had made. And that's right up the same alley with me, like making the crystals and stuff is just, you know, epoxy mixtures, you know, acrylic and stuff like that. You make your molds off of your old dice that you got, you know, and you could just decorate them up. It's not a bad idea for me to kind of go into that, but I wanted him to kind of monopolize on that for a minute. But yeah, custom made dice and stuff. There's all kinds of ideas, man.
Man, it has been way too long since I even attempted. I guess probably if it even counts, I guess Risk would probably be the closest. If there was something I could even relate to with it.
There's other type, like more board games like that, rather than like module based Dungeons and Dragons systems. Like, they got great games out there that I've played a little bit of, and
just
that are kind of like the Kickstarter board games.
Yeah, you know, but like a dice style. I mean, I know that's not kind of the same, but that's probably the closest I've really been. I did some tabletop stuff like really early on with my cousin, and then that was it.
Yeah, this game right
at the time, actually, I think I still have that book. I want to say it's somewhere. I've got it. So I had a Ninja Turtles Game Master book from like the 90s to do kind of a tabletop and dice and all that stuff, and I think I still have it. I need to find it, but that's kind of mostly, that was the closest I got. Never got into Magic, never got into Pogs. Just laughed.
You were missing out on that.
I just laughed at everybody that was doing that. You know, I stayed away from it.
Pogs were awesome. Magic was fun.
Now here we are making slammers. What do you do?
Right.
Indie games. Let's see if there's anything of something that's blowing me socks off.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing is getting me willies going. I know that.
Blue Chew, man. Blue Chew.
Really not. I don't know. Unless their artwork on their splash page is just not conducive to what they're doing, I'm really not excited.
Yeah. Oh, Jeremy Burt did another Star Wars of Han Solo this time. Some Harrison Ford work.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's killing it over there. Keep it up. Oh, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, there's, unfortunately, Indies got quite a few different fundraisers, man.
That's a cool spawn you got starting too.
Oh, I know. I really do. Appreciate that. I worked on it a long time.
Great job, Jeremy. It's awesome. Heck yeah.
He's doing good. He looks a little angry though.
Oh, it's a slightly annoyed face, you know. And then
it must have been too. When Luke was kissing Leia. That's kind of that look. That's the.
Oh, and I wanted to show off his Henry. It was really good stuff, Jeremy. Heck yeah, keep it up, dude.
We named the dog Indiana.
You're named after the dog? Heck yeah.
Your mother, Trebek.
I'll take the tits now for 600.
Anal bum cover for 500. It's an album cover for 500. Sean Connery.
I have a riddle for you, Trebek. More of a conundrum. Knock, knock.
Yeah, Ponce.
I don't remember the rest, but your mother's a whore.
Those were good. They did all right.
Oh, yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll pull them up when I just really need to pull myself. Yeah, like if I can't make it to Walmart in a timely fashion to cheer myself up and bring myself, back to self-esteem level
Yeah, it's like watching cringe videos, you know?
You pull that out and you walk into Walmart and it's like, whew, okay, all right. You know what? I still got some time. But you pull up Saturday Night Live and chuckle a little bit on the Jeopardy show and you're good. I haven't even watched in so darn long, dude. Are they even still doing it, and is it any good?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen nothing. I think they tried like earlier, like 6 months ago, to do something that was funny or what. Man. I don't know.
I think they've fallen off, man.
Well, we've
moved on to something else.
We were talking Key and Peele, you know, before.
Sure.
Like they were, you know, a little hit and miss, you know, with some of their skits. But man, some of them just really
some of them were bomb. I mean, dude, when they did like the skit of the humans acting like dogs in the dog park, but it was the park, and they're all sniffing each other and acting like dogs, like that was funny. That was really good, for sure.
But no, I watch a lot of the Kill Tony show. It's a comedy live show that they do out there in Austin, Texas, and a comedian gets like a bunch of comedians can sign up to be on the show, and their names are drawn out of a bucket.
I think you sent me some of that. I turned it off.
They get 1 minute to make everyone laugh, and then they get it to be interviewed by Tony and the rest of them, and basically try to make fun of them or find something that's funny about it. But there's this guy in there, David Lucas. He is a monster. He's awesome. The guy's so funny
to me. Like my cousin that just passed away, when we were little, I actually remember doing a version of that. When we were little, we would switch and like try to make each other laugh, and then the way you win is to sit there and just not laugh at the other one, you know what I mean? Like you had to hold out. So that kind of, but in a comedy way, and so then what it forced you to do is reach really deep to figure out you know what's going to get them to laugh, you know. And then the person in the chair sitting there trying to think of something else and ignore you and just hold out. And man, we were just little kids then to turn around, and if we'd have held on to that and did something with it, you know.
Yeah, Kenton and I, we'd get a guitar, and you know, we'd all drink with friends or whatever. We'd tell them like throw out random subjects, so like fuzzy handcuffs and Dr. Pepper, and he would make up some goofy song out of nowhere while I'm playing a riff or whatever. It's always good times, man.
I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went, but we did a blues night one night, man, and one of the guys was like honky tonking and bluesing on the guitar and
steel banjo.
No, just a normal acoustic, man, and he would play the riff, and I was just sitting there doing almost kind of a Led Zeppelin or a ZZ Top kind of blues show, and where that ended up going and how I lost that, I don't know, but was able to kind of sit there and actually hold some lyrics and throw a blues tune together. That was a long time ago. Yeah, man. I guess the top 10 on indie are fun to poke fun at. I mean, just because they seem to be just absurd. But then I'm browsing around. I'm not finding any other things that just really make me go, why in the world would you even go on there and ask for that?
Right. I don't know. They got like bidet attachments or anything.
Well, but they might like you know, because they need to have the kind of how they have the toilet seat gasket, the ass gasket, you know, to help protect you when you sit down. but I'm just not seeing anything that really strikes me as interesting. Let's go over to what do they got on GoFundMe going on? Gotta have something juicy going on over here.
Juicy.
Well, trying to see something that kind of acts funny. Either that or I might have to go to people at Walmart here in a minute. I got to get some more inspiration here in a sec.
Oh, what's up, man? The B, how you doing? Yeah.
So
what's up?
GoFundMe looks lame. Just saying. I'm not really seeing anything that makes me really want to even click on them. What's kind of interesting, at least Indy's like, hey, here's our top 10, and here's like our top picks, or whatever that might be. Let's see what we got over here. We got just discover stuff. I'm really not same thing. Really not excited. Nothing's grabbing me. I'm just gonna go back to watch what you're drawing. That back front belly button that we got going on. The back belly button. I mean, that's what teacher said, that was a back belly button.
What's up, man? To be at the beginning of the episode, I was letting everyone know what's going on with the update of the book. I'll show that again real quick since you just dropped in.
Well, with that going on, switching back, who do I need to be showing on here, or are they even?
What you talking about?
In here? Well, who's got a campaign and they need to throw links on?
Oh, that's right. That's right. So yeah, like I was saying, man, to be, this is how far the book is. It's not this is the update I'm trying to work on, because a lot more than this is done. I just got to get it transferred onto this image here. I've got letters and bubbles, already getting placed. Everything's art. So, and a lot of this is in color still, like this latter half of it. But that's what I'm trying to get. That's what's taking me my update so long.
Screenshot it so you can read the book early. Shh! Don't tell nobody.
You can't.
You can try.
But yeah.
Hey, you take enough stuff. You take enough medicine and you stare at that for a bit, you're gonna see some letters.
Yeah, I know it's easy just to say, hey, everything's going all right, but I want context with it, so
I guess
get that out there.
You just got all this stuff flowing off of this one little item that kind of makes me wonder what the heck's going on. Somebody's about to get met up, is what it looked like. So yeah, if Mike Tyson was looking at this,
man, what the hell's that?
This is about to come take you out, man.
I don't know how you block that. Oh, let me take another hit, man. Let me get some of that weed, man. Oh shit, that's fucking tentacles, man.
That's okay, man. Just take a move, and then hit him in the uppercut.
Yeah, hit buy the weed, man.
Hit the uppercut.
He's got I remember his podcast getting hit like a few earlier this year and stuff, but
I'm telling you, every now and then it's still healthy to go watch some of his old fights, man. He was mean.
Monster.
That guy was a monster. I'm just disappointed they ended the way they did in the Holyfield fight, man. I wish they would have let that. He shouldn't have did what he did.
No,
and I'd have liked to see the fight play out because, man,
that was seriously a big move, man. That was a big move.
I still have some of his ear in my teeth.
Pork rind.
But still, I mean, something like that. You almost should have get hazed at that moment. Like they should have brought all the heavyweights back that still existed, and everybody got a free punch. When you do something like that, it should have been punished.
Oh, hey, Will Smith didn't have to wait a whole year to get his punishment. At Chris Rock, his special came out pretty hard.
I think that's just being played out.
I think it hits Will hard enough. It shouldn't. That's all. To me. I don't think it's played out like that. But there's other things that do that.
But dude, they wouldn't have done that. And then, like I said, I will still say they're actors. Whether it is or isn't, whoever it is up there, they were still actors.
Yeah.
And at this point, that's my theory.
That's what everyone was saying when it happened, though. That's the problem. That's what everyone was saying.
No one watches the Oscars anymore. Their viewing was in the dirt, and they needed something to get ratings. And as soon as they did that, then everybody lost their mind and had to tweet it everywhere. And then all of a sudden, then everybody was watching the Oscars to find out what was going on. I'm just telling you, it just seems fishy to me.
And heck, I don't really follow those people that much because it's not even my thing, like that celebrity, like
really. What are you saying?
Like like all the drama behind all their stuff and everything. It's usually not what I kind of go into, but I think the jokes were funny. I think the jokes were pretty funny.
It's a lot of drama, man. You know why? They're humans.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be drama, no matter what. Still happens. Why would you buy a boring lamp?
A boring lamp?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yep.
Wait a minute. Is that like from the Boring Company?
Not even. I think somebody ripped it off. But it looks pretty boring. But they're all stoked about it because it is able to be used in 3 different versatile ways. It's very magnetic and modular. And it even at some angle, if you hold it right, looks like a lightsaber.
Oh, well, there's your sell tactic.
There you go. It's possibly rechargeable, only for a limited time.
They showed off a real lightsaber about last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
no, that's been around.
It's a ruler. It's like your carpentry ruler, and it's rolled up on the inside, and there's a little motor that how you can bend it in half and kind of.
Oh, they were. I was seeing one, dude. They were burning holes through paper in the.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's different.
No, there was like.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah.
Do not let your kids have this at home, kind of deal.
No way. That's like a blowtorch.
I mean,
rocket engine.
Not quite. I mean, a blowtorch you can only do so much. I mean,
Yeah.
But
man,
it's
a mix. I think it's a mixture of butane and something else. And you can color the flame depending on what Yeah, it was neat.
Yeah. However,
the blade.
I want to see him rub his hand through it.
Hey, the moisture in his hand should be able to protect it at least if he just runs it through.
No, I'm serious, but that is.
Don't try it at home, kids.
Pretty sick because it's a little slow. I mean, you would hope that he just zoom and then his hands off. I mean, that'd be just. I'd buy one just in case. Robert comes in. It's like, bro, you picked the wrong house. What do you mean, man? Give me your TV. It's like, give me your leg.
Scalco,
give me your leg.
Sebastian Maniscalco has this bit where he's like, I got a buddy that has a bow and arrow for home defense. And it's like, could you imagine the poor bastard that decides to rob my buddy in the middle of the night, go pick something off the table, and then shoot an arrow in it. Like, what did I do? Just rob an Apache? What's going on? Like, dude, arrows, stuff like that. It's fun. What? Okay,
that's how Robin Hood does it, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, if the robber came in tights,
tight,
you should not shoot him. That would be bad. But no, that is still kind of cool. The trick is it's not very portable. You know, you got to stand there with this lightsaber and a big propane tank on your back. You know, you look more like Boba Fett with a portable system than anybody else.
Yeah, so I'm going to show a little nerded knowledge. Is that I think that is the original lightsaber in the legend, in the world were called proto sabers, and they did have a backpack with a tube that connected to the handle to kind of power them. I think that was in the extended comics.
Man, they had an extended battery pack on there. That was lithium. You didn't see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. Heck yeah. It's got to be fun to be able to do stuff like that just for fun, you know? See the guys make like mechs and robots for the past few years, like the past couple, like 15 years since YouTube, and I can look it up, like people making mech robots and stuff, and just seeing how that's gotten better over the years is nuts. Like at home hobby things.
Things are getting pretty crazy. So not to divulge too much, but man, I mean, dabbling with some AI at work, and
oh yeah.
At first I was like, and then all of a sudden I started researching so that I knew a little bit more, so a vendor couldn't just, tell me, oh yeah, this will do everything and bake bread, and then it's like, oh man, can't wait. I love wheat bread, Yeah. And so we start going down the path, and then they're like, all right, well, we need this and this. And I'm like, wait a minute. No. You're just doing math. If I tell you I have the in and the out, and then I don't equal the two, then I lost something in the middle. And it's like, that's not what I want. I want, whether you have the in or the out, I want you to tell me that something changed that is abnormal. That's the whole point. Give me an abnormality.
Yeah.
And from that model, let me say, hey, this is normal, this is not. Learn from that. I will test it, and then we will retrain. And then you start looking for that signature that I told you to look for.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally stumbled on some stuff that seems like we're on the right track and we're in the money. So I'm pretty stoked, and it's just cool. And some of the key items that we were trying to get it to accomplish actually worked out, which was neat. So it's actually kind of even turning out a little bit better than I had hoped, which is awesome. But the AI stuff is, I don't know, I guess from it's just a tool, man. And so here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Like we talked about before, even with the art generated, the art AI, it had to look at other art and other items and other images to then build and compile from. It had to go and retrieve it, and it made a collage of what you gave it access to.
Pixel by pixel, yeah.
Yes. It's artificial intelligence. You trained it to go out and quickly, via computer algorithm, draw something related to what you said. Okay,
and
cool.
AGIs are the thing that's, popping up in the conversation now, is like the general intelligent part. That's
that cable that you needed back in the 90s for your monitor, man. That's old. That's old.
No, artificial general intelligence is kind of the
I don't
holy
need.
grail and freak
I
out.
want artificial common sense
Sense.
intelligence. Can we do that one? If we can get there, then I'm buying. If we can actually artificially inseminate people with common sense, I'm down. I'm invested. We
Elon's
figured
brain
that
shit.
out. I mean, man, Musk gets that figured out. I have found a way to give common sense. All right. Where
It has some defects, though.
Get out of my way. But no, moving into that. So some of the research that I did, I mean, a lot of it becomes, even I was looking at some of the DeepMind and the TensorFlow and the things that Google has been putting together and given free access to. Here's the thing, not to spoiler alert anybody or whatever, but you're using their tool and their algorithm that they put together as a utility, and then you're helping them make it smarter by teaching it to do something that you want it to inside their sandbox. Like you're giving them a bunch of free training by doing all that stuff. No different than
the
art,
too. What's up, Admiral Whack Ass? What's up, dude?
No different than the art AI. And I mean, you're just helped kind of free test by releasing it public. And so even when I was looking at, you're trying to teach TensorFlow to recognize a number, for say, in handwriting. So everybody writes their version of a 9,
right?
And this is a 9 and this is a 9, but that's not a 9 and this not a 9. All it's doing is starting to recognize patterns and saying yes and no, building a database of what those qualifications are, and then saving that, and then looking and seeing how close to a pattern it gets. When it strips away the romanticism, I guess, of AI when you start to actually read about it and understand what they're doing. In my mind,
it's a little bit of a trick because we're putting too much into the meaning of what AI is.
It's the way they worded it in our interpretation because of Hollywood and sci-fi and all of those is Skynet. It's like, it's not.
Well, Asimov is kind of like in his book series and stuff laid out way before we were having to seriously talk about this, but he was laying this stuff out even before Elon was talking about it. So,
well, ChatGPT to an extent, though, is interesting when you can sit there and ask it a certain thing and these certain parameters. It's a version of, just like you said, you had to really specifically dial in from the AI what you wanted in an art form, but it started really getting to a spot that you were wanting it to. I mean, it was starting to get there, which, okay, cool. And ChatGPT is just, to me, a word version of you asking for something, and it's providing it.
Isn't it version 4 that's out right now that's got everyone going, holy crap, it's a lot better now.
but how, let me throw this out there. Here's what I wonder, okay? For years, after some college classes online and everything has to be turned into some anti-plagiarism website. Who gained access to that anti-plagiarism website of all these term papers, of all these reports, of all these college students, of all of these people in high school and such and such and such and such that had to upload something to verify that they weren't plagiarizing a document, but they wrote documentation on something? How much is in Wikipedia? How much is on Britannica that gives ChatGPT the access to go search and find it just faster than you do? And how much of that is how it's working?
There's a lot of other things like college papers and university, data that I'm sure they were given
on top of what I just
on top of what I just mentioned.
But just think about those pieces of sources of information that you have on the internet that you can gain access to and say, hey, and then by all means you build an algorithm to scrub just this little piece, and then you just give it free reign and open her wide open and just give her access to the internet to just go scrub it and find it, which or is it just all of our Google searches coming back to haunt us?
Oh no, there's that movie that the Ex Machina one where the guy builds his AI or his robot's brain using, like, in the world version of Facebook. He just accessed all of a social media's information and then used that to form the brain. So it was literally in the concept of the story was he was using the way we communicate and everything, which is what we've been discussing for a decade about all this stuff, is like we're feeding all this information. That's just by us interacting, even now, like on YouTube, what we're doing here. I mean, like before even doing this, Joe was like, hey man, you need to start a YouTube. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. So
dude, even I didn't jump on as soon as you jumped on. Like you kind of hopped on like the first episode or two, and I'm like, all right, I'm fine. All right, let's do it. But then again, I mean, look, man, we've got 3 viewers now after 2 years. Really stepping up our game.
No, we get a lot of people come in, say what's up, and then we
6 likes tonight.
Hey,
awesome. it ain't bad. I bet it's more than those. It has to be more than those watching Dahmer on Netflix. Come on.
I haven't seen that. I heard a lot of people liked it, and a lot of people got mad about how they were glorifying it.
I've not watched it. I think that's where the camp I'm in. I don't feel like giving it. There's certain things on Netflix that I look. No, I'm not.
Is Tiger King 2 coming out or what? I heard whispers of Tiger King 2.
Like the second season was a long time ago. You ninny.
What, Tiger King 2? I didn't know it had a second season.
Yeah. But it ain't got him in it. It's got the other dude showing off.
Oh. The Doc dude, the creeper guy?
I can't remember. The one that like took his farm from him or whatever. But
that guy. No, he was still creep too. Mr. Leather Jacket.
There's other stuff that's been real crazy. You know what I mean? Like they'll throw up something and all of a sudden it starts trending, and then it's like, nah, that's kind of creepy. You need to turn that off.
Oh yeah. No, I remember when everyone was talking about that one thing that they did, and it was like, nah, this is a little much. What are you doing?
Well, it was like 8-year-olds.
Yeah, why are you doing that?
I was like, no, not doing that.
Mm-mm.
But whatever. All I did was kind of ignore it, and I guess the public eye kind of took it away. You got to be careful on here, man. They might get upset watching 2 crazy, sexy, bearded white dudes talking to each other, especially if they're related.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
that might.
What was that David Tell joke?
That could really turn them off.
Well,
I'm about to have to.
I'm part of mountain people myself.
Hey, I grew up in the Appalachia. We did.
People to Walmart.com again.
Hey, we grew up in the Appalachia. Don't you even take your finger at that. I guarantee you, dude, when I was watching our grandfather make syrup, he was distilling all of it, dude.
What are you doing?
You know he was. He had this
sound right.
No. Maple syrup. Okay. Our grandfather. Great, whatever. I think so. I mean, dude, with us having a French last name, I think the family came down.
Don't tell that here. I just got someone refunded.
What do you lie?
Yeah, 5 years now. Yeah.
So the but no, you see some of the ways they were making maple syrup years ago, and so it was a refining process, almost like a distilling process. You had the boiling and the and the refining that they were doing. So we've got to have some Tevenot somewhere, some way that it was holed up in the mountains somewhere making some whiskey. You know they had to have been.
Oh yeah, moonshiners or something. Oh yeah,
Had to be.
That'd make a lot.
Not necessarily a popcorn Sutton, but you know, he knew a guy that knew a guy that knew popcorn. You know.
I think it was Johnny Knoxville met Popcorn Sutton before he had died. I think the video is online of him going up and meeting him, talking to him. And yeah, it's funny. Go check it out. It's not for kids.
I watched his last run. That was still pretty interesting.
My last run of liquor. Yeah,
that was still pretty cool.
Yeah,
they parted it down for sure.
What was his buddy's name? JB over here with his hat on.
Don't make me lie to you, man. But it was cool though. I mean, he straight up went clay with it, and you know,
the cornmeal
played everything all in, and I mean, just did it full on old school, man, and it was cool. Just found a place with good water, and there we go. Had his little coon rod up there in his hat.
He tells that story to Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, people back in the day, we used to use those bigger teeth.
Hey, but you end up understanding. I mean, like, it was a useful tool. I mean, no way, shape about it, man. But yeah, I just have to believe though somewhere back then. Gosh, you know, we had to have had an uncle doing something. I mean, we've got some family doing a winery over in France for sure. Because I saw some Tevenot wine. I've even thought about ordering it just to check it out and see if I could get it over here.
I bet it tastes like shit.
Might not, man. It's over in France. You know how that goes. It could either taste like dirty cheese or it's got to be really good.
Dirty cheese.
It's one or the other. It's really horrid and disgusting, or it's really good. Because you know how it is, man. There's stuff from over there that's just absolutely amazing.
Oh, that moonshine I had from you was pretty cool one too. I had some stuff from Bulgaria that literally tasted like it was motor oil. Like
that's terrible.
Yeah.
I would have gave it back.
Yeah.
Somehow, that's not even fun.
And then Slivovitz. Slivovitz is a liquor. It's branded as a brandy, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's a moonshine that they get legally bottled as a brandy. You can go try it out. It tastes like it. It's gross.
So brandy is more like a distilled wine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of derived from what you would have in wine, and then they distill it from there. You know, versus whiskey, you're getting a lot of it from a grain or a corn. And then cognac specific, like bourbon is specific, so that gets into those. Not to nerd out too hard.
Not to you nerd out too hard.
Well, I mean, going through bartending class, they actually taught us some of the backgrounds because they wanted you to know. I mean, somebody might ask, and they did. There were people, hey, what makes this this? What makes this that? And so then you just start to have those in your pocket so that when somebody asks, you could put that info out there.
Heck yeah.
I mean, somebody's going to start asking you one day, like, what does fractal mean? And you're going to be able to sit there and explain it, and they're going to get bored and fall asleep, and then you'll be on your way.
It's how it happens.
What's
up, 80s man? What's up, boss? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by.
They're just going to go, sorry I asked, later, and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, do not ask that guy about fractal. He'll start talking.
When I was on Neff's show or Global Frequency, which, by the way, I've got my Maverick shirt on.
He'll just start talking to you about back belly buttons.
He ended up ending our interview with that. He was like, what really make my night is if you actually, told me what are fractals. And I went, fractals are, and he ended the show right then. Like, in mid-sentence. I was like, that's awesome.
It's like, time ran out, man.
Perfect.
That is it. But turn around and it may end up being something that they're like, man, I wish I'd have asked more about that. Just so that
thank you.
That from him.
Thank you, Admiral Watkins. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I think
we've only got you know what, man? We've got about 4 minutes left in the stream. I guess you can go ahead and talk about it. Go. So what you got is you got the bigger, smaller, and as the bigger starts to grow, then it creates more versions of the smaller, and then it fractalizes as it grows. It gets smaller and more repetitious.
So Whack-ass, there's this show called Y-Files. It's on YouTube, and they just they're going to do a show tonight, like right as soon as we end our show. But their last week episode talks a little bit about the projects that the government was working on and funding that kind of go into a lot of some of this stuff. And it is fractal, but it's in the deeper parts of it. It's like what's making all these patterns and the stuff actually kind of happen. It's just some sort of like DNA has a code in it that makes us who we are. Like something in this universe is made of some sort of fractal thing, and it's a theory. It's not, but it's an interesting one. So go check it out.
Jeremy's fractal got screwed up at birth, and then here we are.
Heck yeah, guys! That is going to be the episode.
Unfortunately, that kind of means I got a piece of his fractal and he's got a piece of my fractal, and then we're kind of a fractal of each other's fractal, which then turns around and we are a piece of each other, and then all of a sudden it gets weird.
Don't worry, I'm for mountain people myself. Again, all right.
So I got a little bit of ding, 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 ding. Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, guys, like I said at the beginning of the episode, somewhere in the middle of this, and what I'm going to show right now is letting you guys know I am trying to get all the version of the book as it is in its current state finished. As far as like in this, where it stands right now on this image, and I'll be sending this into the update that I've been working on for 2 months. I've been working on this update for about 3 weeks though. Remember I told you guys about the whole, we know. Go back, check out what we got. But I haven't been updating as much as I can. But this is what I'm trying to get out ready for that update on Indiegogo.
This is a fractal of our book. This is a fractal of what the book's going to look like.
More like a fraction, but yeah. But yeah. Rewrites went great. Everything is looking good. The book is better. I feel better. Everything's better. It's all going full steam ahead. So, woohoo!
How much better would your life be if we just closed the doors tomorrow and said we're bankrupt, we're done?
I wouldn't sit. I don't sit well. Like no.
I had to at least see what your reaction was going to be, because you You froze up for a minute.
Yeah,
You
wait
got a
till I
little
have
nervous.
coal shoved up there before we can do it, because I need some diamonds, man. Good Lord. No way.
Oh, you're gonna have to turn this back when we're done. You're gonna have to rewind it and look and see what your face did. You went,
what? All right. Well, guys, thank you all for showing up. Thanks for dropping in. Dwight, thanks for being on here with me. And again,
Good,
it's been awesome. We'll see you guys around. I'll be around, and things are going good. So y'all look for that update. And thank you all so much.
I'm excited to see where this goes, man. Like the drawings that you've got, all of the wording's looking good. The artwork's coming together. The colors are working. I'm excited to see this put out, man.
For you guys to know where my lettering is being designed from, I've got the
Crayola crayon box.
I got the Superman book sent to me by one of our guys in the group, and it is Kenneth Roquefort's Superman book, but the letters are done by Scott Lobdell, I guess. So that's what I'm looking at as going, okay, my book needs to at least be as close to that as possible. So if you guys are familiar with this Superman comic, it's the Fury at World's End Volume 3. Go check that out. And yeah, that's what I'm using as a design base for how all that's going to look. So
I didn't mean to trip you up too bad, man. You got a little scared, a little nervous there for a minute.
Anyways, guys, thank you all again. That's it.
Trailer.
All right. Bow. Later.